Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to another trading session with In the Zone Trader. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys have had a good week. I know the market's been crazy with this sell-off. But other than that, I hope everybody's doing well. Let's go ahead and actually look at the charts. We'll start with the NQ daily. Yesterday, we broke through this downward trend line, continued lower, but overnight, we are bouncing back up. This could be a dead cat bounce back up to potentially 25,000 and roll over. We'll see what happens today. But we did tag the bodies of these candles on from 1120 and 1121 of last year. Let's look at the ES daily. We tagged the low from the December 18th level. Again, buyers have stepped up here. Do we run back into resistance and roll over? Time will tell. So for today, we're going to actually start trading We're going to start with the ES today because if you paid attention to the last few days, the NQ, especially around market open, has been so volatile that it's been really difficult to actually get in trades. So with that being said, I figured we'll start trading the ES and maybe we'll migrate over to the NQ after 30 minutes, or at least after the 10 o'clock news. We'll see how that goes. I think that would be our game plan for today. Speaking of news, we do have some today. Let me go check real quick what time. So it's going to be at 10 o'clock Eastern. We have prelim U of M consumer sentiment and inflation expectations, and they're both red folder. So potentially could be seeing a lot of volatility 10 o'clock a.m. So I'll be keeping an eye out on that candle. So we have about, let's see, a little over 8 minutes before market opens. Trying to see if there's any other levels I need to be paying attention to. We do have this supply zone up here that I've marked. Okay, let's see. We have about 7 minutes. Both the NQ and the ES are in this sort of wedge. The wedge in the NQ is a lot bigger. I think we're currently in... Are we in this trade on the NQ? Or did we hit target? I can't tell. It's like so close right there. And then on the ES, we're still in this bullish trade here from 837. Hasn't hit target, but the target is up in the supply zone. Look at the ES 5 minutes. Again, similar story here with this wedge. We're in that wedge right there on the 5 minute. Looking at the NQ 5 minutes, similar story with that wedge. But the wedge, again, as I mentioned, the wedge is much bigger. Starting to test the bottom portion of that wedge now on the NQ. You can see it here also on the NQ 800 tick. Okay, we have a little over 3 minutes now. Okay, we triggered lower here. Okay, 1 minute now. Or a little over 1 minute. All right, we got about 8 seconds here. See what the market wants to do at open. There's the bell. It looks like we're trying to break out of this wedge here. Target is 71.25. Actually, 71 even. I just adjusted it. Look at the NQ 800 real quick. Again, really big candles, right? So we're going to be avoiding the NQ during market open today and just focusing on the ES 2000. We have this cluster of EMAs and the standard deviation level here. We still have that resistance overhead. NQ is really dropping now. And the ES is just hanging out. ES is a lot more tamer, I guess is the word, than the NQ. Okay, we're about to go up and hit that target. There it is. Off we go, both on the NQ and the ES. Look at this reversal, guys. Whoop. Crazy. There's really no way to catch that. Okay, golden ruler moves up. Probably going to make our way up to 6,900, I would imagine. On the ES and on the NQ, we're probably going to make our way up to 900. But we are in the supply zone now on the NQ. See, we just dropped down. Okay, we just took out the runner. This might be a signal candle here. I'll buy it at the 50% pullback. See if it wants to come up. Technically didn't trigger though, so I'm gonna go ahead and move it to break even. Okay. Okay, so here is the breakout candle. We'll buy it at the 50% pullback. It tagged me, but it didn't get me in. Okay, I'm in now. Can we go up? Move this to break even. Here we go. Got 6 points there. All right, great. Great, 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 great. Good first trade. All right, let's change groups real quick. All right, working our way up now. Golden ruler moves up. A runner was up here, now just got taken out. Okay, we got this immediate wedge here. Trying to see if there's other levels above us. Not all the way until 69.20. Wow. And that was from 7 a.m. yesterday. So let me mark that real quick. All right, we just got a bullish trigger down here. We missed it, but honestly, I wasn't going to take that anyway, even if I saw it. So that's fine. Go on the ruler, moves up. Runners at break even. Technically triggered down here. Just hit target on the bearish trade. This was a bullish signal here. Not sure I want to take it with this trend line that's kind of in the way. But that's looking a lot better now, probably. Break the trend line, continuation higher, 90.25 is the target. We'll see. Good morning, Tyler. I'm trading the ES because the NQ is just too volatile. If you go to the NQ chart, you'll see that the average candle down here is 21.6. You could have taken this setup here. That would have worked for 15 points. I'm just starting out. I just noticed that I've been trading if I would have traded the ES the last few days in the first 30 minutes, I would have had a lot better results. And so I'm going to trade for the first 30 minutes today and then maybe switch over after the 10 a.m. news to the NQ. This would have worked too here on the NQ, but that's fine. Like I can't have FOMO about that. That was my game plan for today, and I decided it would give me a lot more peace, and that's ultimately what matters when you're trading. You just want to have peace when you're trading. So we are approaching 6,900 on the ES. Normally I would short it here. But we're so bullish, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to short it. It's probably going to work though. Target is 96. I'm also going to be really picky about my setups today. I've been taking a lot of mediocre setups the last few days, and not really happy with how I've traded. I'm not setting a good example for you guys, so I'd rather just be more patient. Look for those really obvious setups and take those. There it is. It worked. It actually worked for 6 points, so that's fantastic. But probably should have taken it. I don't think the setup was marginal by any stretch of the imagination. We had room for the trade to work. I'm just brushing off some PTSD from the last day or two. Okay, so this triggered higher. It hit target at 99. We're right back in that zone of resistance at 900. Let's see what we do here. Another NQ trade that would have worked right there. This triggered higher, but we are in resistance, so not looking to take any sort of trades here. So Tyler, if you're interested in trading the ES, I'm risking 2.5 points to make 6. It's basically the same amount of money Okay, this triggered higher here. Hit target. Just double bottom here. I wanted to get in, missed it. All right, we're in. Can we go back up? All right, there we go. Locked in $100 on this trade. Locked in 200. There we go. Made $300 right there. Again, no FOMO because we missed all those NQ trades. You're going to find plenty of setups on the ES, and it's not as crazy. And the ES is a great instrument to trade when the NQ volatility is so high. Golden ruler moves up. We will take another trade at 6,900. We have yet to hit the target here. So we're back in. Can we get the push higher? I might get stopped out here. That's okay. This was a really good setup. I don't regret that setup at all. I don't know why it didn't get me in. and it would have worked. Okay. Okay, let's see what we want to do here at the standard deviation level. Are we going to hold? So we'll try to get in here at the standard deviation level. Didn't. Missed it again. Okay, I'm in. Can we get the bounce up? Move it to, oops. All right, here we go. Can we keep going? Okay, I think we got like, I don't know how many points we got on that. I lost track. Okay, we're in this trade now. We hit target. We got news in a minute and a half, so I'm just gonna sit on my hands, see what happens with the news. This did trigger lower. Right there. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. See what's going to happen now. kind of in this tight range between these EMAs here and the standard deviation level here. You're sandwiched in. Also on the 5 minute, the NQ is also sandwiched in between two EMAs as well. Causes confusion, like who's going to win out. We did trigger higher here. We're still in this bearish trade. Okay. It's like the bears won there. Hit target. Let's keep track of the runner. Is that break even here? We are at the 5 minute 8 EMA. This is why we're potentially getting a bounce here. But this is a very bearish sort of look that we have now. Okay, we'll be keeping track of the runner. Switching over to the 800 NQ. Yeah, these candles are huge. Okay, we're still sinking. We are right at 800 here. Trying to see what the NQ wants to do. Looks like it wants to continue to sink. So as you can see, the candles aren't as crazy on the ES, so it makes it a lot more manageable. We're probably approaching this supply zone or demand zone down here. We'll see. All right, the runner's been taken out. We have this immediate trend, and we have this bigger trend line right there. Did get a trigger to go higher right there. but we have all this resistance overhead. So I'm not going to take the setup. It also triggered lower too, right there. The bearish setup was probably the better one to take. Short it right there. Boom, 6 points. Easier said than done, right? Hindsight trading. Hindsight trading is, you'd be a trillionaire if you were trading from hindsight. Thing looks like it wants to dump, but we are at this demand zone right here. Let's see what it wants to do. NQ doesn't care. NQ is just dumping. Delete this line. Let's delete this line. We're going to get another opportunity here for a short. I don't know if I like this, actually. We weren't able to really clear that demand zone. See if it triggers lower. It didn't, so looks like that supply zone did hold and now going up, but again, it's still in a bearish trend. Don't want to take it bullish here. Got resistance right there. There you go. This actually triggered lower. Okay, we're gonna be patient. We're kind of in these battle zones that aren't very clear, but we did get a trigger to go higher here. Again, it's just not a lot of room for it. We have this resistance here, this level, and the standard deviation levels resistance as well. All right, target hit. Looks like we're going back up to 6,900. Let's see what we do. All right, we're underneath that standard deviation level, right? That's acting as resistance right now. Did trigger lower right there. Just hit the target. Making our way back down. Again, we're right back at support, right? So, very tricky area. What the 800 tick is doing. Beautiful rejection off 800 right there. Let's see where we currently are on the triggered lower here. This hit it, so then this is the next trade. You're still in this trade on the NQ, but you also got this upward trend line look here that you're now trying to break through. It's not the cleanest. Go back to the ES right now. Again, we're right here at support, so I'm not surprised that we can't get continuation lower on the ES. All right, we're finally breaking through that demand zone. This was an old supply zone up here. Could act as demand, we'll see. Yeah, you see the NQ just moves a lot faster. But you're prone to take more stop losses, so. Wow, huge move there. All right, we are getting a potential setup on the ES. Let's see. It might just go without us. All right, let's see if we can come back up. Or if we're going to get stopped out. All right, we got stopped out. That's okay. That is okay. I actually like that setup very much. Just sucks that we got stopped out. Now we're getting that push higher. And we got stopped out by exactly to the tick. And then it worked. That stinks. Stinks when that happens. Okay, we're going to try to figure out what we want to do here. I will try to buy it right there at 84.50. Man, it sucks that we literally got stopped out to the tick. And it worked. Gotta brush it off. Brush it off. All right, it just almost hit target, so we're going to cancel this order. There it is, it hit target right there. Let's see what it wants to do from here. Shorted it right there. Okay, that stinks. Actually had room to do it. Had the room to do it too. I guess at this point, we should have taken the bullish version now. See if it wants to come down and get us. Okay, we're in. Can it go up? No. Ouch. Okay, I have a sell order up there if it wants to come up and get us. This thing might sink though. I'm banking on the fact that it just wants to drop right here. Okay, can we get a drop? All right, we tried there. We'll try again. All right, can it come down? No. Okay. Probably should have drawn that line there. Not got back into it bearish. Trying to adjust. All right, we're going to go back to the NQ now. And if we see some setups on the ES, we'll take them as well. All right, let's figure out where we are on the NQ. Just hit target there. I might just short it at 900 if it comes up. All right, can we get a drop? No. That was the drop I was looking for. Oh, man. All right, we'll try it again. There's the trigger lower. Okay, that really hurt, guys. Oof. Try that again. We did get 6 points on the ES. See if it wants to do it here. Can we come down? Okay, we got like maybe 7 points on that one. Don't know if I want to try it again. And try it again. Can we go down? Okay, I think I got it. It's crazy. I don't know if there was news or something at 10:30. I don't think there was. So we are still in this bearish move here. Because the original trade, I'm still trying to take advantage of the original trade at 10:28. And also we're very bearish on the ES. I'm looking at both. The ES is at resistance, and so I was playing off of the ES. I finally go down and hit the target. There it is. I have it on the 21 and the 34. The 8 was just creating too much noise for me. Got a short at 900. Wants to come up. Wow. That was nasty. That was nasty. See if it wants to come down and get me a 908. Okay, let's see. Okay, can we get the bounce here? Okay. That was a nice Nice trade. Might try it again. It wants to come down. Can we go up now? No. A terrible fill on this. I meant to get it down here. Can we get that move up? It wants to do it. There we go. Okay, we got like maybe a few points there. All right, can we go back up? Clearly this is very good buy area. Moving it to break even. Get that push higher. Let's go. Okay. Let me mark out the trade we're actually trying to take advantage of. It's this trade right here. I missed it again. See if it wants it. Alright, if it wants to come down again, let's do it. Okay, see if we can get the bounce. Trying to move it to break even at this point. This is really unstable. Okay, well, we got 5 points there. Don't think I want to try it again. Okay, we're climbing up from that hole. going to try it again. Still haven't hit the target of 33.25. We're going to give this a little bit more room here. Because I believe it wants to do it. Okay, it worked. Excuse me. Really worked. Yes, it yes. I'm guessing that puts you in the green, Tyler. We rode that trade like 4 or 5 times. Oh man. That was fun. That was fun. Awesome. Congrats. All right, I need one more winning trade to put me green in this group. This group is down $200 still. I might just buy it here straight up. We got 2 levels of potential support. Where's my golden ruler? try to get it at 950. Hopefully it holds and goes back up. And we get the bounce. 950 bounce. Let's go. Come on. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm only down. Back in. Let's see if it wants to do it again. Okay, no, it didn't want to do it again. Might get stopped here or no? Yeah, okay. Okay, we're gonna try this standard deviation bounce zone area here. Okay, can we go up? No. Okay. 3 losers in a row. Not good. Not good at all. Okay, we just hit target there. Wow, there's a lot of selling now. Now that we're breaking these levels. Forcing this trade. What is going on? I got a little greedy, took it too many times. I was trying to bounce off this potential demand zone here. Try to take a short here. See if we want to go down now. We'd love a flush. Come on. So close. This thing really doesn't want to go down, huh? Buyers are really battling here. All right, we got like 5 points on that. Then it actually dumps. Okay. Oh. Got our work cut out for us with me taking some stupid trades. Just trying to minimize that today. Okay, let's see what we do here at 850. Bang. Quite the move. Approaching 6,900 again on the ES. Keeping an eye on the ES as well. We did trigger lower, but I don't know. Don't know what I want to do here. It's kind of a tough spot, so I don't think I'm going to go short here. Just decided to cancel it. It's fine. Still in the same bullish trade. See if we can keep going higher. So happy, Tyler. Good job, bro. See you on Monday, sir. I think I want to take the short there again. Yep. Okay, we're about to hit target. See if we hold the standard deviation level here if we want to come down and buy it. We are approaching the highs of the day. See what we want to do at 950 again. Okay, we're approaching 950 now. What are we going to do? Okay, we'll take a short on 950 if it comes up and gets us. Touched it. Didn't get me in. There we go. All right, can we get the short now? Can we get the short? No. That was actually a good setup too. Okay, now we want to take the opposite trade. Get in at 950 to go up. See if it wants to come down and get us. Okay, can we get the bounce? Just keep going. Let's keep going. Okay. Let's try it again. Can we go back up? Or are we gonna... Okay. It's holding. Can we keep going up? Okay. Go, let's go, let's go. Yes. All right. Cleaning up the mess from some of my not so great trades in the middle of my trading session. Okay, we're approaching 25,000. If you guys remember, we talked about this morning as a potential level of resistance. This is the daily chart. Let's see what we do here. Okay, we hit the target. Now let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna reject at 25,000 even. We're gonna come back and get potential setup at 950 again. Excuse me. We got this downward trend line here. Let's see if there's any other highs I need to be aware of. All the way back here. Potentially. All right. See how we do here. Could be the trade that takes us into 25,000. Well, or the candle can just run away from us. At this point, it doesn't make sense to track this. It's too extended. All right, let's see if we get the breakout here. What do we do at 25,000 even? Okay, it looks like we are potentially failing at 25,000 even. We'll put the short there. We did get that trigger lower. see if we can get failure at 25,000. Okay, can we get the failure? Can we get the dump? This needs to dump like right now. Dump, dump, dump. Okay, putting it at break even. I should have like insta dumped. Just go down. All right, I'm okay with the break even trade there. I didn't like that it just didn't dump right away. Might actually be thinking about going bullish now. If we can close above it. There we go. Okay. All right, now we're looking to get in on the bullish side. Now, can we go up? Come on, bulls, you got this. Moving it to break even now. I don't like the hesitation. There we go. Keep going. Excuse me. Probably not going to get into again. It's a battle zone, I think. It would have triggered me here. Let's see if it would have worked. Yeah, it would have stopped me out. Okay. Good trade. Good trade. Good trade. All right. So we are in this ES trade right now. Let's see if we can keep going here and get to 6 points. Locked in 3, so locked in 150 bucks. Not bad. I don't know if I want to take this bounce off the 25,000. We have this resistance zone up above us. It would have worked though. Beautiful. Man. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, we hit target. Golden ruler moves up. Got some new trend lines now. Probably going to wait for it to come down to 25,000 even. See if we can get a hold there and take the trade up. Yeah, here we go. Let's see what we do here. Do we get the hold? No. Okay, so we won't be taking a bullish trade. Take a bearish trade instead. Kind of missed. All right. I'm not liking the bearish idea either, to be honest with you. So there we go. This is the bounce I'm kind of looking for. Wow, a lot of indecision. Okay. Well, there's the drop I wanted. Okay. Okay, what are we going to do here at this level? Are we going to keep dumping, or are we going to hold? We took the ES equivalent of this trade here, bounce off the standard deviation level. There is a lot of resistance overhead. This is kind of a marginal trade. I already have it at break even, but maybe we can get a push higher. Let's just see. I locked in a point, so $50, not much, but at least it's not going to be a loser. See if it actually wants to keep going up, or if it's going to hit these resistance levels here. get some buyers. Let's get this thing shot up. Come on. Okay, locked in 2.5 points. Locked in. All right, we got 6 points there. Nice trade. $300 right there. And with that, I think I'm going to call it quits, guys. It's been kind of a really good start, roller coaster middle, and really solid ending. We locked in about $1,000 of profit on one of the accounts, and yes, I did, Doug, but I was paying attention to both where the ES and the NQ was, and it was a bounce off of the standard deviation level, which is stronger than these two levels here. And notice as soon as I got in and had it move in my favor, I moved it to automatically break even because I knew it was kind of a marginal setup. But on the NQ simultaneously, we also got the similar look right here. This was a bounce on the NQ and it worked, and I took that same trade on the ES as well. Sometimes I'll take those types of trades if I see synchronicity between both. And sometimes it doesn't work out. So I think the most important, I hit 3 out of my 4 groups. I haven't touched my 4th group yet. I could continue trading and try to go for the 4th group. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll, you know what? Let me switch groups since you're here. I didn't realize you were here, so maybe I'll stay a little bit longer. Okay, we'll work on these groups here. Tyler. Yeah, we could see what the afternoon holds. I mean, granted, the price action right now is starting to slow down. I do have one more group I do need to trade, but I'm okay with just hitting 3 out of my 4 groups. It's not like the end of the world, you know? Let's see. Yes, sir. That's the goal. Peer pressure is absolutely a thing, Tyler. Let me see if I can find one trade, win or lose, and then we'll call it quits. How does that sound? And the one trade that I do see is this one on the ES. This is a legitimate setup here. This hammer bouncing off of this EMA. It might already go hit target without us retesting the high, but I'll see if I could take a trade if it wants to come back down to this EMA. But it might just hit target, and that'll be that. All right, it already hit target, so we're gonna wait for another setup. Let's see if there's anything on the NQ that's brewing for us. Nothing yet. Not necessarily, Doug. This could also be a dead cat bounce on the bigger time frame. It depends on what levels we're going to hit on the daily. If you look at the daily chart, we are trying to hit yesterday's high in terms of the body of the candle, or open, and maybe even go higher. If we achieve that, maybe we roll over. But the bigger targets are going to be up here if we're going to continue being bullish into this standard deviation EMA look and be in the middle of this range again. But, I mean, this is a big candle. If we break the high of yesterday, this is a huge bullish engulfing candle. I can't see that as being an accident. And you got to also think, like, there's been a lot of fear that's been spewing in the news to get people to sell. And now maybe the institutional money are going to find a great opportunity to step in and actually start to buy, right? I don't know. Are we at the bottom of the market? We're going up. That's to be determined. Are we just pulling back and then rolling over? That's also a possibility. I think it's too early to tell. See if there's anything on the ES here. Things are kind of slowing down. Need an audible voice pointing direct. Yeah, for sure. A prophetic voice that can tell us where the market it's actually going to go, and for us to be right, and for that voice to be right, and you get the heads up. Yep. I fixed my audio on the stream too, improved it a lot better. I don't know if you've noticed. I started doing it 2 days ago. No, you should hear like zero hissing or noise. So I'm pretty excited about that, trying to improve the quality of the stream. Okay, we are approaching an area of interest here. Right now, he likes dominoes. Is that what you're talking about, Doug? My son? He loves dominoes. Yep, dominoes, and he loves watching movies. Wait, what is going on? While eating pizza. He's just like his dad in that sense. He's 4. He's growing. He is the light of our world. We really enjoy spending time with him. I forgot to ask you, it's been a while. How was your trip, your cruise? I know you were gone for a while. Okay, we got that rejection off of this 25,050 level. It's awesome. I'm so happy that you got a chance to go on that trip to unwind. I could use a trip like that now with how much snow we've been getting, how cold it is here. Oh, nice. Okay. That's cool. Are you guys going back to Miami to set sail from there? That's awesome. Yeah, that's the way to do it. You start going on one and they'll start giving you offers. Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, that's one of the ports for sure. Which cruise line is it? Is it Royal Caribbean? Okay, we just hit target on that bearish move. We are on the 21 EMA. We are starting to fail. Celebrity. I heard Celebrity's nice. Never been on Celebrity though. Okay, we also triggered again here. We are starting to get some movement, so that's good. Potentially get one more trade in here. Hopefully a winning trade. Okay, we also got a bullish setup here. Question is, where do I want to take it? I want to take it at this 21 EMA or the 34 EMA. This is what gets a little confusing. Been on 4 of them. Wow, okay. Cool. Very cool. All right, I'm not sure I want to take it here now with this downward trend line. Let me see if we could take it down here at 19. Okay. I don't know. Okay, I didn't have a good feeling about getting into it here at 19. Because we have mixed signaling, right? We have this bearish move as well. Very cool, Doug. That sounds awesome. I missed it on the ES. Hold on, let me see if it wants to come back down and get us. It looks more bullish on the ES than it does on the NQ. Okay, we're in it on the ES. Let's go over and see how that's doing. So this is the trade right there. It's not getting the... Go ahead and move it to break even now. I secured that last trade of the day as promised. So either break even or we make some money. Let's see how we do. That's good to know, Doug. I hope it goes up and hits that high. Okay, I've locked in $50, maybe 75. see it keep going here. We need it to break this high. I locked in over $100, and I'll go ahead and take that going into the weekend. Oh, I traded the wrong group. Oh no. I traded the third group. I changed the groups on the NQ, but not on the ES. That stinks. I did do it in theory, Tyler. I did make more money in that third group. I just needed to trade that second group. God. All right. Or the last group, rather, the fourth group. At least I made money, right? At least I made money. Would the NQ trade, would it have worked? Yep, the NQ trade would have worked. For 15 points. Boom. But I didn't want to take it on the NQ. We had that downward trend line look. Whereas the ES, it looked, well, I guess you could have argued that we're still kind of in this downward. We have this double top here that we can't get over. You can argue that. Yeah, they're both really big. The ES not so much if you trade it on the 2000 tick, but maybe the 1 minute. The 1 minute's not too bad. 5 minute is pretty big. Yeah, 5 minute candles are huge on the ES. 9 points on average. That's big. You need to size down if you want to trade 5 minute. Okay, I guess we're gonna try it. You know what? I don't like this price action at all. I'll probably come in the afternoon and I'll trade the remaining fourth group. I think that's the smarter thing to do. Yeah, that would be the smarter thing to do. We're still in this bullish trade here on the NQ. We're starting to break out. I had it, potentially could have bought it here at this EMA level. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the day, shall we? Thanks for that reminder, Doug. All right, so we used to have a Toys R Us near us, but as you know, most of the Toys R Us's have, when it went bankrupt, most of them shut down. They're starting to reopen some of them, but we haven't had the one near us open up again, so it's kind of sad, if you ask me. All right, we are going to take this trade. Can we get the bounce up? No. All right, so I did trade the last group. Fortunately, it was a loser, and that's okay. Man, this drop. Crazy. Okay. Let's do the outro, shall we? I'm looking at this candle like, what in the world? Why did it sell off like that? But if you look at the ES, it just couldn't get above this 69.22 level. You know? We are right back at support. I'll try one more trade. This is going to be really small risk here. Okay, I'm out. I think I risked like $80 on that trade. Yeah, we're done. We are done. All right, so we had a 53% win rate today. We locked in $1,000 on the bigger account. You can see it right there. $1,100 actually. That's great because we took another trade in that fourth group that should have been the fourth. In the third group that should have been the fourth group. So $1,100 profit. I will take it for the day. Always good to see you guys on here. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys back here on Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. God bless you.